Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing another tutorial. Excuse me, that was a good start to the video, wasn't it? Me just clearing my throat, should have done that first. Anyway, I usually do a let's play, but today I'm going to do a tutorial because I already have one tutorial video, which if you've already seen it, you'll know that it is a tutorial for a compact Minecraft house, and that is actually my most viewed video. It has the most comments and likes, etc. So I thought, well, you know, if you guys like tutorials, then I'll do another tutorial. And looking at the analytics, it also shows that most of my subscribers subscribed because of that tutorial. So you guys obviously like the tutorials, so that's why I decided today to do another tutorial. What I'm going to do though today is build an old school beacon, basically a lighthouse, which is why I've started. Well, I've flown around looking for a good bit of ocean, and I ended up with this really cool wavy sort of land mass, and I thought, yeah, this is pretty cool. I wanted to build a shipwreck over there, but I just couldn't do it. I failed. That's meant to be spilled cargo, but I failed big time, so I left it. But yeah, I've set up this little dock area, very simple, just a couple of wooden beams that go down to the seabed, filled in with cobblestone. Along the base I've put a lot of smooth stone because that was quite a common support structure back in whatever century it was. We're talking like medieval all the way up to sort of 16th, 17th century. In fact, some of these sort of stone structures are still used as supports today in a couple of old buildings, particularly in countries that have a long running history and have old buildings like that. I live in England, so that's quite common. But yeah, so I've set up this little dock area, a couple of goods on board on the dock area waiting to be shipped. I haven't put an actual pier in because that's, you know, it's not really what I'm here. I just wanted to make this area look fancy for the beacon that we're going to build. So it's an old school beacon. It's not going to be a typical red and white stripe sort of lighthouse you get with modern day with a redstone lamp on top. Instead, it's going to be a tower with a flaming brazier. I think that's how you pronounce it. So that's what I'm going to do. The materials I'm going to use is for wood, I think that's spruce. Yeah, spruce wood planks for floors. Go away. And I've got half slabs here. There's a little tip here. I think it's new to 1.3.1. If you place two half slabs on top of each other and then use the middle mouse button, you now get a full, rather than one half slab, you get the full block, which is going to be much easier for us to work with. So definitely do that. So yeah, we've got spruce planks and the half slabs so far. I'm also going to want red brick. So not red brick, it's just brick, but it's red in here, that's why I typed red. So we're going to want red brick. Probably won't need the half slabs. That's a shelf, by the way. I've got a little mod on for shelves, so we'll ignore that. We'll need them eventually. We're going to also need glass panes, and we're also going to want the jungle wood planks. This may vary for you if you use a different texture pack. The reason I've got the jungle planks is this is spruce, which is floor. The jungle is the same, but the planks go the opposite way, and we're going to use those for supports. So, big long introduction. Let's get on with it. What I'm going to do straight away is we've already got one block, and it needs to be up by 6. We've already got one. So it'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same again. Just keep going all the way around. I might skip parts of this video because we need to do what I'm building here 3 times. It's going to go up in 3 sections, but you know, you'll see what I mean when we get to it. So we're just going to bring them across to have sort of a foundation rather than having it all in one material. So many people just use one material and they don't give the building a border or any kind of foundation to break up the repetitiveness of certain things. You can have a proper door on here if you want to, but I'm just going to go with a sort of an open sort of archway type thing. No, that's wrong. It wants to come down one more, then upside down steps on either side. Gives you this sort of archway type thing, which I quite like. But you know, you can put a proper door on there if you want to. And again, I'm just going to go around, fill in these edges. Now the glass panes want to go sort of in an arrow type thing. Put these corners in, then you end up with this. Or if you wanted to, you can go one higher, go all the way up. Actually no, you can't, that's my mistake. the floor wants to go in there. You'll see what I mean in a minute. God, my throat today is terrible. It's been really bad weather, so I'm just hoping I'm not coming down with a cold or some crap. I hope not. That would be weak. Right. I'm just going to do this all the way around, and I nearly missed that one. Boing. Right, okay. Nope. Straight across the top. There and there. Again. Glass. Okay, so that's the bottom section done. At the moment it does look kind of modern, but hopefully it will look a bit more... I'm trying to think of the correct age. I'm thinking of the Caribbean, you know, Port Royal and all that sort of stuff, with the old style docks that they had. They used to always have a beacon. I'm just trying to think of the proper age for that. I can't remember. But anyway, we'll ignore that for now. Alright, is that spruce? That is spruce. The actual, because it's going to go in 3 sections, you'll be able to get 3 floors out of it. But so that's what I'm going to use as the upper floor, just like that. But I do not like square rooms, and this at the moment is a very, very, very square room. So there's something I like to do. I'm just going to punch all this in first, and I'm going to leave a gap there. So what I do to break up the square sort of room type feel, as well as to give the building the look of actually having some kind of support foundation, is I'm going to use the jungle logs to go up in the corners, which is why I've chosen that, because the floor goes that way whereas the jungle ones go that way. Despite them being very similar textures, they kind of blend very well. And I completely forgot to mention, guys, sorry, this is the John Smith texture pack, and it is version 9.4, which is the latest version. It adds textures for the new stuff in 1.3.1, but just note that this red brick, John changed it and it became some sort of orange. It was just ugly, so I took this original texture from the 9.3 version and overlaid it on the new one on 1.3. So if you're using the same texture pack and you've just downloaded it, just be aware that this red brick may be a bit orangey and ugly. You know, I don't want you to download it and think, well, I must have the wrong one because yours is different, because that's the way it is. And I completely forgot to get ladders. I want ladders because I don't bother with a spiral staircase or anything in here. It's a bit too thin for me. So that's that. It's the first section. Just remember that the floor goes one below this foundation here. So the floor isn't there, it's there, as you can see. Just keep that in mind. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to stop recording, because we need to do this 2 more times, so that we end up with sections of 3. So I'm going to stop recording, and I shall start recording again once I've finished. Okay, so that's that section finished. Just a quick note on the below floor. Wow, can't talk. On the below floors, I told you that the actual flooring should go 1 block below our half slabs. I forgot to mention that that is not true for the top. On the top section, you want the floor to go against the half slabs. So as you can see, this floor actually has 1 block, a 1 block higher ceiling, because the floor would be there, but instead on the top section we put it there. And this is because this part here is going to come out a little bit. It'll actually look like a castle tower for a bit, so you could keep it as a castle tower. But at the moment it's still looking a little bit too modern. But before I go any further, I just wanted to go over something. On my last tutorial, I believe there was a person, if I remember rightly, the name was O Party Hat, and he said to me, because I really liked your tutorial, which was great, you know, that's awesome, thank you very much. He subscribed and liked the video, so big thanks to you. But he said, I'm on the 360 edition and we don't have the luxury of all the different coloured wood. They still have just 1 coloured wood, and here I am using 2 different colours wood, and I completely forgot. So if you happen to be watching, or if anybody using the 360 version is watching, and you don't have the luxury of 2 different types of wood, don't use the same wood for this, because it will blend too much. Instead, you could just use the log version, which I keep forgetting that you can turn them sideways now. So if you use the log, you're still going to get the very, very similar effect. So for those of you on the 360 version, you know, try that, see how that looks. If not, play around with a different material, and hopefully you'll get something that looks cool. And you know, I apologise for neglecting you guys. I always forget that 360 version does exist, and it doesn't have the same stuff. And Right, I'm going to take a quick break, guys, and I shall be back in a moment. Hey guys, welcome back. Or not welcome back, welcome me back. You guys are still here. I'm the one that disappeared. Sorry about that, I had to go and get a drink because I was so freaking thirsty. And I've switched to night mode. As we can see, the tower is still dark. We really need some light in there. So I've gathered a few things in my toolbar at the bottom, as you can see. Because before we start the roof, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some light. I always put a bit of glowstone in the centre block. And I'm just going to do that. Oh, missed it. No, I'm too close. I'm just going to do that all the way up. I actually quite like the glowstone in this texture pack. And that's the top. So now we've got plenty of light inside. Can't get down now, stuck to the fence. Shilly. As it's quite a small tower, you're not going to get a great deal of stuff inside. So what I'm going to do is just to fancy it up a little bit. Bottom floor, sort of like a greeting area if you want. Just fancy it up a little bit with some flowers. Make it look nice and pretty. Next floor up, don't know. We could probably have a few furnaces. Then some more planters. You can never have too many flowers. Looks good. Well, just to me anyway. I like it. Just use trapdoors, makes a pretty nice flower bed. Just make sure it's different. We'll have wood. Let's mix it up a bit. Next floor up we could have I'm thinking, let's get rid of that. I might put in, no, not the jungle one. I'll put in the spruce along there. Trapdoors, and this can be our little brewing station. We can have a cauldron in the centre, and then you could leave it like that, but like I said, you can never have enough flowers. No, I'm kidding. We'll leave it like that. Although, that said, we could probably have some more cauldrons on the side. Get rid of the one in the middle. So though it's a very small, compact space, you know, it can still be functional. You know, we've got a brewing area, small crafting area. You could probably replace that middle one with a crafting table, and then just a generally nice area at the bottom. If you wanted, you could also add. I can get rid of all this stuff now. If you wanted it to be a sort of waiting area type thing, you could. I'm just wondering what material to go for. I might just go with the old traditional stuff. Let's get a sign. No, not a sign. Not straight away. You could just have a small seating area of some sort if you wanted to. I'm not sure. No, it's not going to fit that side, is it? So you could just have the one chair and a two chair. Bit of a small waiting area. So that's it. We've got the interior functional. It's good for something. So that done, we can now get on with the roof. But I need to get my stuff out again. So I'm going to have. We need the half slab. We shouldn't need the full. We will need the steps. We're also going to need our slabs again. We're going to need the half slab, and I will also just middle click to get the full block. And for now, that should be all we need. So, okay, at this point, guys, we are going to build the top part, the roof part, which will look like a bit of a castle tower for a while. So if you wanted to keep it as a castle tower at some point, then you could do that. So what I'm going to do is just bring out this block, get rid of that. So we've got a block hanging over the edge, and then we're just going to bring that all the way around the top part of the tower. Oops, I keep missing them. Yeah, the downfall to this set at the moment, the transitions between the bit that sticks out, it looks a bit off. So what I like to do is have upside down steps, centre one being in line with the triple window part there. So copy that all the way around as well. That way it sort of breaks up the arch of it. It looks like it's got a bit of support. And it's fancy. So that's that bit done. On each corner of the tower that sticks out, just put an extra layer, well, just an extra double slab block, like so. And then every other block, just a normal half slab. See, this is where it starts to look like a castle tower. So if you wanted to stop at this point and use it as a castle tower, then you could do that. There you are. Slowly starting to take shape. On top of these half slabs here, we will now want a brick block. But I can't be bothered to get them, so I'm just going to use double halves, like so. Then on top of that, another half slab block. It will look strange for a while at this point. And on top of these, a red, not red, your brick half slab. This is where the roof's going to start. We just want to join these up with the steps, because this is where we're slowly starting to form the roof. And it will look a bit odd for a while while we do this point. Nope, putting it in the wrong place. At the start of the roof, but the transition between the brick and the slabs is not too nice, so what I tend to do is put a single slab underneath. Like that. And then we'll just continue on with the roof. I'm just going to put a block in the corner, put the half slab on it, get rid, and then again just use that to continue the steps to form the roof. Make sure you keep the brick slab in the corners. Just follow all the way around, all the way up to the top, and we should end up with a hole in the middle looking straight down into the glowstone, which is where we'll craft the brazier. I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm not too sure. Nope. So we'll just keep following this up. Nope. No. I'm just going to switch back to daytime as well. Just for those of you that are watching on a handheld device, because I know it's darker on a handheld device. I never realised until I watched my own vids on my phone, and I was like, wow, I can barely see this, even though I could on the PC. So I always try to keep that in mind now. And again, just going to keep following until you get to the top. No, wrong way. It might be a bit awkward to make the roof if you're on survival, but there we go, there's the top half of the roof. Starting to look a bit more like a tower. Now we have to do is put in the brazier. Somebody's going to comment and say, you're pronouncing it wrong, stupid. Oh, by the way, in these corners, you can use these slabs if you want. It looks kind of cool. Just make sure I don't fall down the ladders. It kind of breaks up the pattern, and then in between them, just put the upside down steps. Like that. Stops the roof from looking so squared up. And this one. That's it, we're done. Not missed any. Don't look like it. Okay, so this glowstone will be covered up from here because we want double half slab on top of there. Although I probably might need that. Let me just double half slab. Then we may want a glowstone to light it up. And we're also going to need that netherrack soon. So let's just get the netherrack. And we'll also get the flint ready. Flint. And we will want the netherrack on top of there. Actually, no, we won't. Yeah, we will. Sorry. My bad. So the netherrack's there. And then what I do, just to stop it from looking like this weird tower thing, I'm just going to go around it with half slabs again, and at this point, to give that support, I'm going to use fence. So I'm just going to give this bit some support area like that, and we should end up with a half exposed netherrack, and then just light it and then fall off the tower and die. Right, there we go. Let's just get some distance away, make sure it does actually help us find our way. falling in the water. And we'll quickly switch to night time because that's the whole point of the tower. And there we go.